Please be advised that this video is for the sole purpose of entertainment. Any views are purely my own, are subjective and may not necessarily be true. I do, however, do extensive research for all of my videos. All photos have been found on the public domain. I am using them under the fair use and fair dealing guidelines. I urge everybody to do their own research. Well, hello, it's Murky Meg here. It's Thursday the 24th of October and the rift seems to be getting deeper and deeper with both sides of the royal family and both sides of the Atlantic. Obviously, we all know by now that their documentary, Harry and Meghan, An African Journey, was aired last night in America. The majority of you, as I asked in my community tab, were not going to watch it. A few said they were going to watch it out of curiosity, but the majority of you said, no, don't want to see it, not having it. I'd rather burn my eyes out, thanks very much. So it's interesting to see all the media coming out from the airing last night, and there's some big hitters in the mix. While a lot of them are quite sympathetic, which is exactly what Meghan and Harry wanted, there are a few biting articles. This one especially on the New York Post by somebody called Jane Ridley, and she says that something's off when you're bemoaning your lot as a VIP while championing worthy causes such as the rights of poverty-stricken women and children. And I think this is what is getting stuck in people's throats. You have every right to say, do you know what, I'm finding things tough, give me a break. And I think if you were to sit down in Frogmore Cottage with a few cameras there and an interview and just say, look, life's hard, I'm a new mum, I'm trying. We would have probably gone, do you know what, actually I respect you for that. But what she did, and what Harry did, was do it while A, on an official royal visit, which we paid for, and you are representing the Queen as part of the Commonwealth, and B, the fact that this country you are visiting in, especially Malawi, which is the fourth poorest country in the world, you are moaning that you don't like the lifestyle, and it isn't fair. You have everything at your feet. There is nothing except the adoration of the people that you could possibly want that you can't have. What more do you want? Yet you are standing there, hands in your pockets, looking all forlorn, given the doe-eyed, lip-biting, poor little princess routine in a country that is fighting to survive. You've just been in a country in South Africa where people are getting raped and abused on a daily basis, yet you stand there and say, oh, isn't life hard? I'd like to point out something. Now, we've seen the footage, or I've shown you the pictures of her standing in that garden looking all the little lost girl. But just before that, she's in the same outfit. It was all smiles for the camera. And this is what I don't get. Well, actually, I do get. She's an actress. And we know that she can cry on demand. And it's like, left eye, Meghan. Bam! Go! This was all an act, I believe. Because in an instant, she's gone from smiling. Isn't it great? Harry's looking extremely broody because he knows. He takes it on and he's like a sponge. All that negativity, he's taking in it inside and just putting it internally. And she's stoking that fire. You can see it in her eyes. So she's gone from this smiley, happy, working the cameras to this small little girl in the garden. Life isn't fair. Woe is me. And I think this has the possibility to completely split the royals down in two. There is going to be, this isn't the end of it, to be perfectly quite honest. I think this fight is going to continue for a while. Perez Hilton put an article on his website. Now, I thought he was actually pro-Meghan. Go figure. He switched. I think he switches quite a lot to he follows the general consensus of how everybody's feeling. So he kind of latches onto that. But he doesn't mince his words, does he? There's a lot of very negative press coming out from the States about Meghan. Yes, there's some sugary sweet ones, but now there's a little bit more coming out on the side of you can't have both. You can't be a royal and you can't be a celebrity. Choose your lane and stop whining. And I think this documentary will have ripples for a very long time. Charles apparently is extremely annoyed by the whole situation. He's in Japan. He's on a diplomatic trip. It's completely obliterated what he wanted to do and be in the news. It's basically overshadowed everything but they knew what they were going to do because they hired this very cutthroat PR company. And you know what? They are ruthless because, as I put in my community post, a little snippet and a little juicy tidbit has been released by entertainment lawyer Enty on the Crazy Days and Nights website. Now, this is really, really shocking. And not only shocking, it's quite worrisome, to be fair, that this would even be contemplated or even discussed. In fact, it's treason. One of my lovely subscribers who, do you know what? You know who you are. You've been fantastic. They sent me this. I find it hilarious. This is Cosmopolitan having a right old dig. But they're not wrong, because we have two powerhouses releasing PR that are literally just hitting back at each other. And it's got to stop. Stop trying to make the royal family look like villains. Stop trying to lift your clients up to make them martyrs, because they are not martyrs and they are not heroes. They are part of the British royal family and they have a job to do, and right now they are not doing it. This lady here is Candace Owen Farmer. Now, she is an American conservative commentator and political activist. She's known for pro-Trump activism and her criticism of Black Lives Matter. She works for a conservative advocacy group, Turning Point USA. She's been extremely vocal about Meghan Markle. She did a tweet and it's gone viral, and it is very, very poignant. Using African children as a backdrop to complain about your overprivileged lives is offensive. Invoking your own mother's tragic death to demand the public stop calling you out for your hypocritical wife is downright disgusting. Meghan Markle is a witch. Harry is under her spell. That's not mincing words at all. And you know what, Candace? I applaud you. I really applaud your strength. I'm sorry that you're getting so much heat, but please keep talking. I'm going to finish today, as always, with a slightly humorous note. Now, Little Miss Plagiarizer strikes again. We're well aware that she is the queen of quotes. Well, this is a doozy. Remember that she said that she must thrive, not survive? Well, look at this. My mission in life is not to merely to survive, but to thrive, and to do so with some passion, some compassion, some humour and some style. Miss Markle, please get some originality, because this is looking embarrassing. Oh, and she's also on the cover of Tatler with an old photo. Didn't this woman say that she didn't want to be on the cover of Vogue because it was boastful? Now, I am playing devil's advocate here. She may not have had a say in this, but I think she did, because she has a ruthless PR team that needs to stop now because it's getting embarrassing. As always, let me know what you think. What do you think of the fallout now the documentary has aired in both the UK and the States? Do you think it's going to get even worse? What do you think of the royal divide? Is it going to continue more and more and get more and more bitter and more hurtful? I think it might well be. What do you think of that wonderful quote? Also, the whole concept of woe is me, bam, there's the camera. Put on that smile. She's an actress after all, isn't she? As always, let me know what you think. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already done so, please like the video, hit subscribe and hit that notification bell. I would like to say a huge thank you to everybody that has donated my channel. It's people like you that help me continue to release excellent content. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and as always, thank you very much for watching.